Hi everybody, Pai-chan here, and today we're back with another manga review. This time we're going to be doing the series Meru Puri, or I'm not quite sure how you actually pronounce it. It's spelled Merupuri. So that's just the way that I pronounce it. And because I know I'm going to be going into this, I'm going to say this now like usual, before I get started with anything. Warning, spoilers are ahead. Okay, so this time it's a little different than, well, actually, thinking about it, the last manga that I actually reviewed, the full series, didn't have an anime tied to it, so it's going to go like that one did. Or if it did, I'm going to switch it with, or if it did have an anime tie-in, I'm going to switch it with saying if I think it should have an anime or not, and why. So the characters, first we have Ari, who is the descendant of a princess of the magical kingdom that some of the other characters that I'm going to get to come from. But she comes from the normal world, or this world. And at first she starts out as sort of a dreamer and everything, and she winds up changing her view of everything to sort of a more realistic one. And here's where here's my earliest spoiler in one of these videos. She actually becomes a sorceress at the end. But I'm not gonna actually say exactly why, even through this whole thing. So next there's Astral El Dominica and Chantra Edom. I think that's how you pronounce it, but Edom for short. And here is another one of them, and yes, there is a reason why I am showing two different versions of the same character, one when he's younger and one when he's older. It is because his brother, in the very beginning of the series, puts a spell on him to where in the presence of darkness, he will go from his 7-year-old virgin here, I can't talk today, to his 17-year-old virgin, and it is the only from the maiden's kiss that will revert him back. And the maiden's kiss is a kiss from the person's most beloved maiden, which Adam has chosen Adi. And at first, Adi thinks it's just a kiss on the lips, but it turns out that it can be done with a kiss on the cheek. And with this, of course, he is childish, but his character develops quite a bit through the series, even though it is only 4 volumes. So next we have Lee, and I forget what his last name is. And yes, this is a guy. I know he looks girly, but it is a guy. He is Adam's attendant or something, but he is also one of the Kingdom's 7, one of the members of the Kingdom's 7 royal families. So there's that, and it's because of it doesn't completely explain exactly why he is Adam's attendant, but has to do with the fact that it is revealed in the fourth volume that he wound up falling in love with Adam's mother and then finding out that she was a queen. And them being together is a big no-no, and she likes teasing him. I'm not really going to get into her because she wound up being a bit more of a minor character. I'm just telling you, going to get into the bigger players, which the last one is Astel El Dominica Enchantra Judal, or Judal for short. And you can't talk about Judal without bringing Maruru-san, or Maruru. I know I am rolling the R's and all that. I don't know why it's just become a little bit of a habit. I don't exactly know why. But this is Adam's brother, who is the one that casts a spell on him, and he is, I think, 12 years older than Adam, but not exactly. And actually, how I know Adam is 7 is because in, I think, the third manga, it actually goes into a backstory, or even in the first manga, but he goes into it and he actually says 7 years ago. So that's how I figured out that's how I figured out how old Adam was. It doesn't directly say. And so he is a bit of an airhead, though he is a genius when it comes to spells. But there's that. But it's really cute. The reason why I say that you can't talk about Jill without talking about Maruru, and that is because the ribbon that he wears, which I'm not completely sure if you can see it in this picture, is the same, matches the one that Maruru wears, because she had latched on to the ribbon when she was born instead of latching to a ribbon that he had tied on a bear instead of latching onto a flower to share her life with. So instead of that, he wound up combining their souls and all that. So that's about all that I'm going to get in with them. But the art style, I find rather refreshing. I think this is a bit of an older series. Let me check here for a minute. Oh, I'm not finding where all this stuff is. Oh, I think I think this was made in like 2002, 2003, apparently. Not completely sure, but I actually like the way the art style is. Okay, let's not show that picture. Okay, there we go, that's a cute one. But the art style is really nice, and again, my camera is not picking it up very well. Yeah, I get closer and it's not liking it too much. Oh well. But you've seen by me showing the pictures of the characters. Excuse me. So, like I said, I actually really like the way that the art style is done. It's simple and all that, but there is detailing where there needs to be. So like a lot of them, this series is complete, and I do think it needs an anime more than just a movie. A movie would not do it justice, but maybe maybe a 24 episode season. or like a few OVAs, but like I said, more than just a movie. But not, but no more than I think, but no more than a, but no more than the one season. Now with the story, it starts out where it starts out drawing you in with him, with Adam getting the spell put on him, and it tells you right off the bat it's his brother that did it. So he wound up going through a seven-sided mirror for protection, wishing for a safe place to go, and it wound up turning out that he comes out through Eddie's one, and it goes through her getting comfortable talking about magic and everything, because like I said, she wound up being really not comfortable with it, to in the end becoming a princess. But at first she was thinking about him like a little kid and all that, and then towards and after a few things go wrong, she winds up figuring out, accidentally actually going to the magical kingdom. I know I tried to pronounce it with their names, but I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to say the magical kingdom, where she sort of does or doesn't get tricked by Adam into doing a marriage vow. But the reason why I say that is because in the book she says she cannot deny him, pretty much stating that she's already in love with him, but she doesn't actually completely acknowledge her feelings until this scene. And I found this on Google, and it was so pretty the way that the artist colored this in, that I had to add it, just to, and I give credit to the person who colored it in and everything like that. It was just gorgeous. But that is a scene colored in from the third volume of the series. But that is my favorite part. And then it goes into my least favorite part, where Adam winds up getting his memories taken away. But in the end, they wound up getting him back. So there's that. And she goes through trials and everything, and it wound up having a happy ending. And I will say, I'm not going to say what it is, but in the fourth manga, there is a part that is freaking hilarious, and I was just busting up. I'm surprised I didn't wake my mom up with me laughing like I did. Well, at least this one I didn't do a little rant with a story, which made it almost half an hour this time. So there's that. Now, with my scoring, I would give this one, an 8 out of 10. There's some points in the story that they could have fleshed out a little bit more if they added like maybe another manga or something like that. And so there's that. There's still a few minor questions that weren't answered, but all in all, it was wrapped up pretty well. It was wrapped up pretty well in the short amount that it did. Heck, I read all these today. I started not long after I woke up. So it's one that, and with me being a slow reader, it's one that you could easily get done in a day without having to worry about without having to worry about altering quite a few things. So now, my little anime show and tell thing. This is one of the first, well, I got it. Yeah, actually, I think this is one of the first plushies that I've gotten. He's a little worse for wear, but all in all, with how old he is, he's in pretty good shape. I have had to put a little seam across here. That's why it doesn't. That's why it's not flat like it used to be. And the felt is and his hair is kind of coming apart at the sides. But I'm not too worried about that. As long as it's on there well, I'm not worried about it. And the coloring is a bit off, but I've had this guy for almost 10 years, so I think he's in pretty good shape for how long I've had him. And and I haven't seen him in many shops around, but I have seen him on eBay. Maybe on Amazon too or something, but I know for a fact that he is on eBay. Oh, and just so you know, this is Karama from, well, Karama also goes by the name, also his human name is Suichi Menamino from Yu Yu Hakusho. And I am not doing him for my review of that because I've got a few Yu Yu Hakusho things, including one that I'm looking at right now that I've actually made. I've got another plushie of the main character and a coaster of him that I've made, and I will show you that. I will show you those later, maybe along with something else that when I do the review of those or whatever. So that's it for my review of Meru Puri, or however you want to pronounce the sucker. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos coming soon. And if you want to get a hold of me, my Twitter and DeviantArt is down in the description for any of you guys to check out. Well, thanks. See ya!